you bring up another really good subject because people, I think fear and faith are very interesting terms because when people tell me I'm scared, it's like, well, what are you scared of? It's like, you're scared of this thing that doesn't actually exist or hasn't happened. And it's like, well, how is fear any different than faith then? Because faith is believing in something you can't see. They're both the same principle, but one of them, you're die hard, I'm scared of the dark and you won't go in the dark. But the other one is you believe in the light, but you won't walk towards the light. Like, it's a very interesting premise where people are programmed to be like, the bad thing is the thing. And my point is, a huge thing that people fear getting started is, what if I fail? And I feel like you went through that and you had to figure out on your own the right way to dig yourself out. And you stumbled a little bit, but I'm always interested because there's no success story where people just have that straight line to success. It's ugly bumps and bruises along the way. And I'm always interested in the people that are truly successful. It's the Rocky story. It's, you got your butt kicked, you got back up, you got hit, you got back up, and you said, hey, I'm just not going to get hit like that again. And you build up those calluses. So for you, you were going through some really tough times, physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, and you worked through it out and you got back on your feet and you, as a true fighter, you found the solution. So talk about the positive talk and the positive habits you had to give yourself to pull yourself out of the dark times to get back on top.
Well, that's a loaded question, but so one of my sayings is fearless faith. Okay. And you're right. Fear's not real. Faith is absolutely real, related to my Lord Jesus Christ, but 100% faith and fear can't exist at the same time. So you got to pick one. And I will tell you, you put faith and fear in the ring together, faith will whoop on fear's ass every single time.
Well said. Yeah.
And so you can choose, right? You want to go to the darkness or you want to go to the light? Like, you pick. I just know that without my faith, bro, I would be a mess. I would be an absolute mess. My faith, like, cause I still experience failures all the time, but I think the choice we all have is you're going to go through pain, especially if you're striving to do great things, right? The question is, what mindset do you go into on the other side of it, right? My father, example, chose to go into victim mentality, okay? That was his choice. I think the better choice is to go through the trial, the tribulation, the pain, whatever, get to the other side and reflect and grow. You got to choose, right? Like, victim mentality, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of victims out there in life, okay? But victim mentality will not serve you. Victim mentality is what's going to draw you to the darkness, to the fear. And so you have to make the choice. You have to make the decision. To me, the ultimate, bro, Nick, the ultimate, and this is something I've been working on the last few years. And if you're not aware, we're in a war right now with Iran. If you're not aware, real estate's been on a downturn the last 4 years. We were confident 26 was the bottom, and then we chose to go to war February 28th. And so, like, I had times have been frustrated about the last 4 years. And then I stepped back and I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Survival in this case is a win, right? So I had to make a mental choice to reprogram how I was looking at the last 4 years. And now I'm able to go to my team and celebrate the win that we've survived this downturn. And when it turns, we are going to be in a perfect position to capture, because a lot of people are cutting their talent left and right. And when it comes time to rebound, they've now got to rebuild their team, rebuild their talent. And so survival to me is a huge win, but it was just a programming. It was just reprogramming my mind, right, to go towards the light versus the dark. That makes sense?